Eyers Yerlig, a mime artist and clown from USA, came to Bangladesh in 2012 on the occasion of 20 years of Toitomboor, the leading children and juvenile monthly magazine of the country. Under Toitomboor Cultural Exchange Program, in collaboration with American non-profit arts organization, Project Troubador. His show is a unique and wacky blend of pantomime, movement illusions, sleight of hand magic tricks and balloon wizardry. A highly amusing and imaginative performance that is full of surprises and blurs the line between audience and stage. Mr. Yerlig performed in different countries including Benin, Cameroon, China, Dominican Republic, Japan, Morocco, Puerto Rico, and USA. During his maiden visit to Bangladesh, he performed for Toitomboor families, friends, writers, contributors and subscribers, schools, communities, village fair and underprivileged children at Dhaka, Narayanganj, Chittagong and Cox's Bazar. He also participated at the Felicitation program on the occasion of Mr. Pratim Majumdar being honored with knighthood from the government of Republic of France. Eyers Yerlig was born in 1964 in Folkestone, England, to Mr. Robin and Mrs. Pam Eyers. As with any young lad growing up in England, football was a keen interest but, at the age of 10, having received a gift of binoculars, he developed a greater love for birds, which is still there to this day. He is most fond of birds of prey, and is always on the lookout for them in the wild. Eyers' interest in languages began when his father taught him to count up to 20 in 5 different languages, at the age of 6, French, Italian, German, Turkish, and Greek. He showed keenness and ability for French at school, which was further fostered by a month-long stay with a French family at age 11. Eyers spent time in France each year for the next 10 years, staying with families or, later working. At 16 he won the UK's Modern Languages Association Spoken Word Contest for French and was rewarded with a trip to Brittany, France. Eyers went to Bristol Polytechnic, now known as the University of the West of England, to study French and Spanish. After his studies he looked for work in France, but wasn't cut out for the main source of employment young people seek, grape picking. Needing a source of some income, Eyers decided to try his hand at street performing. He had imitated the robot for fun back in Bristol, but it turned out to something people in the streets and plazas of France, and then Spain, were entertained by and happy to contribute money to. While living in Spain, Eyers met a woman from New York City. After taking a brief circus skills course in England together, they went to the USA in 1987. They were married and honeymooned in India, a first taste of the delightful subcontinent. They had one daughter and gave her the Indian name, Sarahs. Sarahs is now grown and pursuing a career in environmental education in the USA. Over time Eyers developed his act further, to include other mime techniques, silent comedy, magic, and balloon tricks. This is how he has made his living for over 35 years. But his work has also provided the opportunity to travel. He has taken his show the world over, and being silent, the show is able to transcend language and cultural barriers. Eyers has had the good fortune to be invited to work in China, Japan, and Curacao, and to volunteer for non-profits like Project Troubador, Magicians Without Borders and Clowns Without Borders in the Caribbean, Central America, Africa, India, and in Bangladesh, where he has performed as a guest of Toitomboor. On each trip abroad, Chris has enjoyed making people laugh and smile. At the same time, he always tries to pick up some of the local language or languages. He can now count to 20 or say phrases in about 20 languages, including Bangla. His adventures are also an opportunity to see new birds, or old favorites, like black kites, that have a very wide world range. I love to see the menichil, which means kite in Bangla, soaring in the skies over Bangladesh, says Chris. Chris also enjoys seeing local works of art and art forms on his travels. Each place has its traditions of handicrafts, dance, and music. I liked seeing Bangladeshi children doing traditional dances, and have listened to musicians there sing to harmonium and drum. He remarks, I love music from everywhere around the world, but have lost much of a taste for Western music. I especially enjoy music where drums feature. Sometimes I have a chance to try tabla. Chris's work and travels have exposed him to people of different cultures and a vast range of economic ability. I have performed for the poorest of the poor in Africa and Haiti, and for wealthy people in the US and Japan. Says Chris, I see all people as ultimately wanting the same basic things in life, although we may have different customs or ways. In my shows, while everyone is laughing, our oneness is plain to see. If Chris were to have any suggestions for young people, it would be to find out and to concentrate on what their passions are, which may be what they develop a taste for when young. But also might be something, or many things, one has yet to be exposed to. Chris goes on to say, it is also worth remembering that a talent is something you work hard at, which is what I'll have to do if I want to play Bangladesh's dhol or tabla drums. I enjoy tapping on them, but to really play them well I have a long way to go. I have been studying the tabla for at least 6 years. In 10 or 20 more I might be able to play a raga. A lesson in humility. A very happy birthday to Chris Eyers Yerlig on the occasion of his 57th birth anniversary from Toitomboor and his Bangla family in Bangladesh on behalf of his fans, friends, and families all over the world. All the best for a happy, healthy, and hearty long life to Chris Eyers Yerlig.